Welcome everybody. Welcome back to Homestead Heart Take 2. Okay. Listen, you all, I have been working. Now, I was using this other camera and I mashed the button. It was recording just fine. And I'm over here just a going. And look back up. Bud, be nice. Look back up and this thing not even recording no more. I'm like, now they done missed all of this. So I'm going to have to start over, but I'm going to have to start where I am because I can't redo what I've done already, okay? So for those of you who saw yesterday's video where we were outside harvesting seeds from our West India Burr Gherkins, okay? And I had quite a few in this bucket right here, okay? Now, in about roughly 2.5 hours or so, these were the seeds that we collected, okay? See all them? That's seed. That's all seed. That's all seed, you see? So these are roughly the seeds that we collected in about 2.5 hours. And I said I would bring you in and show you my complete process. And I hate you miss that first, well, you didn't miss it. I hate my camera stopped recording that first part because when I washed these seeds, you know, there was a process that I wanted you to see, and I'm hoping that I could show you. I'm hoping I can still show it to you when I try it again. We'll see. But in any case, you all, I had already started with this part. So, and I have a couple of them left here, you all. But these are West India. Come on. These are West India Burr Gherkins, you all. And these are cucumbers, okay? These are cucumbers right here, but they're called West India Burr Gherkins, all right? Now, you all, the way that I am doing this, I'm just showing you how to save these seeds, okay? So I'm just gonna cut it in half, just like so. And as you can see, they are quite seedy. They are quite seedy. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to scoop these out. But I'm going to go ahead and scoop them in that jar right there. All right? And just drop them in that jar is all I'm going to do. Okay? And you all, now this is a cucumber. Remember in that video and other videos I probably have shared with you all that we don't eat these as cucumbers. We actually eat these in a sauteed method. We cook them, right? And they taste so good. They taste so good, right? But if you wanted to use these as cucumbers, you could. And just eat them like you eat a cucumber, because that's what they are. Salads, fresh, whatever you want to do. You can do that with these, okay? Because they are a cucumber, all right? Now, you are one of the things that I think I shared before I realized I wasn't talking to nobody but myself. Look at that. Was that this cucumber is probably the most prolific cucumber we've ever grown. Okay? And not only that, you all, this cucumber has no issues with pest, has no issues with disease. The heat doesn't seem to affect it at all because it grows all summer long, y'all. And the only thing that kills these cucumbers is when a frost comes. But even when it gets cold outside, they may slow down, but they don't stop producing. You have to stop them by pulling them up. So they don't stop producing until they get a frost on them, and then the plant is done. All right? So if I only had to grow one cucumber, if I could only grow one, because it's so versatile, and I get so many seeds, this would be my choice right here. Because this right here doesn't require any effort, hardly at all, right? You just have to make sure, like once you start the seed, depending on your grow zone. If you live in a colder climate, then you want to be very mindful of when to start your seeds indoors, right? Because you will need to start them indoors to give them a good jump on the season, because you all have a shorter growing season depending on what zone you're in, okay? But if you're in the south, then you really don't have to worry about that at all right? So I'm just scooping out all of the seeds. When we got through with that seed harvest that we were doing on the live, you all, I had cucumber seeds on my pants, on my arms, on my forehead. I had cucumber seeds everywhere. Just like I do right now. They're all over me. And these cucumber seeds now, you all, they're very, very sticky. They, you know, they got that gelatinous coating on these seeds right here. And really, and I don't know if I said this already in this video. I know I said it in the last one. But that coating, that gel coating that's on these seeds, what it does is that coating is actually a protector for the seed. It protects that seed. It keeps the seed from sprouting inside or germinating inside of the cucumbers once they start to get old, because they got a lot of water in them. This is a lot of water in these little cucumbers, right? It's not a dry seed. This seed is a wet seed full of water, okay? So, you all, that coating, cucumber seeds everywhere, that coating keeps this seed from germinating inside the cucumber, all right? So now these are all my seeds. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take just a few of these seeds. I'm going to put about half of them in this jar here, okay? Yeah, just about half in the jar. And I'm going to put water in this jar. Enough to get them to agitate one another. And I'm going to put a lid on. And you know what I say, I love to wash my seeds. Now I have this right here, but I'm not going to use this because that gel is so thick, it won't allow the water to penetrate through this coffee filter to drain. So I can't use this for these seeds, all right? And I do have my little seed. I don't throw my paper plates away. I will keep these as long as they hold up, because I figure, why am I going to keep buying these to save my seeds on, just to let them dry on? I'm not going to do that. Save my dollar. So I keep these plates right here, and I use a paper napkin to put over the top to let the seeds dry out, which I forgot to get out of off the counter. So look, now it may not do it because I've washed these twice already, because y'all couldn't see that part. But anyway, I shake them, vigorously shake them. And I like to wash my seeds this way. I don't know why, it's a habit. I love doing it. So after I am done vigorously shaking my seeds. Oh, it might do it a little bit. See all that icky foam on the top? Look at that. I could pull this stuff right on off of it. Yeah. And then look at my seeds at the bottom. Oh, yeah. So now all I'm going to do is just take this. I have my fine mesh sieve right here. And I'm going to pour this into the sieve. Okay? Pouring it into the sieve and allowing that water to drain. And you should have seen it when I first did it the first couple of times. This water was a ooey gooey mess, you all. I love just washing my seeds this way. Okay? And then all I'm going to do, and I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it back in this strainer. Back in the jar. I think Mr. H made it back. Gonna put it back in this jar. And he's back. Yep, he done made it back. So now I'm just gonna take some water and put more water in the jar. And because it's so many seeds, I have to do it. I had to do it more than once because it's so many seeds. But If it was just a small amount of seeds, I probably would only have to do it once. And I'm just going to shake them again. Hey. And then I'm going to take them and strain them off. See that? They didn't look like this at first. Yeah, and any debris that might be in here, I could take it out as well. And just strain that off. And now I get to just put these back in the jar for a second. And the only reason why I'm going to put them back in this jar is because I want to do this process, you all, just one more time. It just makes it a lot easier. Like if I'm fermenting these seeds, the fermentation process doesn't take as long. Or if you don't ferment them and you just want to put them on a plate with a paper towel, that process doesn't take as long, right? It seems to help the process by washing them like this. In my opinion. And it is my opinion. So, I'm just going to pour this off again. And that is going to be that. Now, what I am going to use this, Mr. H?
Yes.
You know, the video wasn't even recording, honey.
What?
I know. He made a cameo and everything, y'all. He came over here and spoke to y'all and everything. But it wasn't even recording.
Well, here I am again.
You all again.
Here I am again, y'all.
He is again, y'all.
Yeah, we had to do a lot of different things outside, but
yeah.
Mrs. H is walking y'all through the seed process, and these seeds are, man, they worth getting. Yeah, they worth getting, y'all.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, they worth it.
So now I can just take these seeds, y'all. I'm almost done, baby.
Okay.
I could just take these seeds right here, and I can just get them on this plate. Just like so. Now they still got that gelatinous coating on them, but they're not as gooey as they was. I'm gonna show you all this here. I'm gonna sit this to the side so y'all can see. Bring y'all. Yeah, I think I'll bring them a little closer. I gotta bring them close. Don't be afraid. So now y'all can't hardly see me, but that's okay. I want you to see the seeds. I want you to see the seeds. So you all. And I'll get the rest of those out of there. I just use some water. But this is what they look like now, right? They're not as ooey gooey as they was. But I'm just going to take these and I'm going to spread these all around. Now this is if you were not fermenting these, okay? If you don't want to ferment these and you want to get them on the plate and you just want to do it just like this, this is too, oh, you didn't even see all that. But anyway, this is what it's going to look like. You just spread them around just like so. But I got too many on here. So I would actually have to divide this up, you know, because I don't want seeds on top of each other. You don't want them to stick together, okay?
In other words, you want to air dry these.
These are going to dry, air dry. If you don't ferment them, you're going to dry them on a paper plate. Use a coffee filter for any gelatinous seed. You want to use a coffee filter, not a paper towel, because they will stick to the paper towel and it'll be impossible almost to try to get them all off, okay?
Yeah.
But for some reason, when it comes to this coffee filter, they don't really stick to the coffee filter like that.
Different material.
Yeah, so it'll come off a whole lot easier. But you all, that's not what I'm doing here. What I'm doing is I am going to ferment these seeds right here, okay? So what I'm gonna do is fill these with water, just like so. I'm gonna rinse my hands off, they all sticky. I'm gonna fill that jar with water. I'm actually gonna add my seeds that are on this coffee filter. I'm gonna add it back to it because I actually prefer to ferment my seeds. So I'm just going to pick this up. And I'm going to add all of these seeds back to this. Just like that. Put them all back in there. But like I said, if you don't want to ferment the seed, you don't have to. You can just put them on the coffee filter, on the paper plate. Make sure they're in a dry place. They need to dry, okay? And you're going to leave them on that plate until they are completely dry, which is going to be, let me lift this back up, which is going to be about, and maybe I bag you up some more too. There we go. That's good.
Okay.
And then you're going to leave them on that plate for about 4, 5, 6, 7 days, however long it takes, right? But I found that when I ferment them, it don't take them as long to dry as it would if that coating was left on there. Now that gelatinous coating, is imperative that you let them dry so that that coating comes off as well. You don't want to deal with that coating, okay? You want to let them dry because you don't want these seeds to just get all moldy and all of that, okay? So make sure you follow the process. It's a simple process, but you want to make sure you follow it. And I'll get the rest of these off in a second. But just for demonstration purposes, I want you all to see. I got all the seeds in the jar. It's a lot of seeds. It's a lot of seeds, ain't it?
It is. Look at that.
Look at all of them seeds. That's a lot of seeds in it, y'all. Yeah. So I'm going to let these seeds sit in this jar for about 3 days.
Okay.
And by that time, the fermentation process will be complete. And then I can put them in my mesh strainer and I can give them a good wash. A good rinse, right? And then I will put them on the paper plate with my coffee filter, and I will let them dry for about 3, 4, 5 days, however long it takes. Okay? But typically it only takes you about maybe 3 to 4 days to let them dry. So that's really the plan. All right? So you all, that's going to do it on how we do our cucumber seeds. How easy it is to save them. You can do it 2 ways. It's totally up to you. All right? Again, just to recap. Number 1, if you want to wash them, you can wash them. Otherwise, you'll just take them and you'll put them on your paper plate with your coffee filter and let them dry out that way. Make sure they're not piled up on top of one another because that coating needs to come off, all right? Or you can ferment them for about 3 days or so and then give them another wash and then spread them again on the coffee filter on the paper plate and let them dry out. Either way, whichever way you choose, all right? But I just wanted to show you the way Mrs. H does it at Homestead Heart.
Yes.
All right? And it works perfectly. All right? So you all, that's what this looks like. You don't see, it's still some jelly stuff in there.
Yeah, you see the gel up in the middle.
But it's not as much as it was. I wish y'all could have seen the original video. It was just like loaded with that gel stuff and the foam on top was this thick. It was crazy, right? But as you can see, it's not as bad now. And the seeds are beginning to sink. And those that are at the top, I hope those are viable seeds. I hope they will eventually sink after the fermentation process is done. But in any case, y'all, here are your seeds. And they will be coming to a seed store near you. Maybe not near you, but it will be on our seed store, okay? And then of course I'm gonna be saving some of these for me.
Yeah. The gel probably got them floating like that.
Probably so, because it is still, it still has a lot of gel. That gel coating is still in there, pretty heavy. But you all, it's a lot of seeds in this jar.
Yes, it is, and we still got a lot more outside.
And we still got a lot more outside.
Yeah.
Oh. Thank you for reminding me. I appreciate it so much. All right, y'all. That's going to do it. Mr. H and I are going to go ahead and relax the rest of this evening. We have had a long, hard, busy day.
Yes. And we will be in contact with our super subs and
As
let them know what's
always.
going on.
As always, right?
Yes.
So y'all, that's gonna do it for this video. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and give our video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any videos that we upload to our channel. Thank you all again for watching Homestead Heart. Peace and blessings to each and every one
Peace.
of you. Don't forget to save your seeds, y'all,
Yes.
to grow your groceries. All right? We're gonna see y'all in the next video.
Peace.